So back in the day, not that many years ago now, I trained a lot of clients, and it was very rewarding in a lot of ways, because when you work one-on-one with somebody for a period of years, you grow attached to them. It's hard not to. You're spending hours with them a week for years. I mean, that's more time than you spend sometimes with family, right? Or dear friends. So you grow very fond of these people, and you learn from them, hopefully, and hopefully they learn from you. I think it's a lot of times it's a win-win situation when a strength coach or a personal trainer or a fitness professional works with somebody who's doing it for all the right reasons. And it just makes me think of this older gentleman, Paul, that I worked with for years, several years. Paul, when we first met, was in his upper 80s, and he's since passed. He passed away in his early 90s after he had lost his wife, which we hear all the time, right? When a spouse dies, it's usually not that much longer where the widow ends up also passing away, because they're I think a lot of ways they feel like there's nothing left to live for. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because I take away, I became real close to this guy, Paul, and I would regularly go over and help him out, with things around the house. I wasn't looking for anything from him. We would go to lunch all the time. He would treat me I think he thought of me as kind of like a grandson, and he was always just very, very. He was a hard ass. He was an unusual character. I'm just thinking of some funny moments. I mean, one day he showed up. I can be sarcastic and a bit of an a-hole sometimes. So he always would show up and wait for me down at the counter and talk to the front desk staff, and everyone there loved him. And but he could be ornery, And so I think I ran 5 minutes late with the session I had before him. So I come downstairs, and he had a smart aleck remark for me, and I was sarcastic right back at him, and he's like, "Oh, all right, see you later." And sure enough, he left. That was it. And then he didn't come back. He wasn't joking. Like I whatever he said, and the way I reacted to it, I guess he took offense to it and he just left. But then, he felt bad and I felt bad, and whenever the next session was, he came in and life went on. But I mean, we grew very fond of each other. We knew each other quite well. Like I said, I mean, we just, I was even working with his wife, Flo, for a while. Yeah, Flo was her name, okay? Not the waitress at the diner, but her name was Flo. And, Paul and I just were buddy-buddy, and he had a big old powerful Mercedes he used to drive. We used to love sharing all these stories with me about cars that he was a car whore, I guess you could say. He loved cars, so he always had these great cars over the decades. When you have the chance to work with or be around people who are your senior by several years, like a grandparent type age, put in as much time as you can with these people. They have so much to offer and so much to share with us and to help us. They've been through everything in life. They've experienced all kinds of things. And, for us to turn our back on them in any way is just a disservice to them. I mean, a lot of these people, a lot of these old-time guys, they don't even really get into it, but a lot of them are war veterans, or, they've lived life fully, and it's up to us to pass the torch, It's up to us to listen with them, listen to them and spend time with them and share some of these terrific stories and lessons, life lessons with other people in our life. And so I'm just telling you, if you have the opportunity to ever work with somebody like that, take advantage of it, and you won't regret it. I promise you that, okay? Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.